My name is Ahmed Salim Idrisu, and I'm based in Tamale, Ghana. I am the innovation coach for the PTY program. We started with a training actually, and then it led to performing design research, and then coming up with prototypes and concepts, and this led to the development of the Utah Talk concept.
The Utah Talk, it aims to ensure that young people actively participate in their local assemblies.
My name is Salifa Asana. The program was about involving youth in decision making. My expectation has been met. The inclusion is there, including people living with disability and everybody.
With this space, the youth assembly, it's going to give us an insight, or give me an insight to what really goes on in the various assemblies that we have in our various districts.
What I learned here today for our capacity building is the number of people that constitute the MMDAs, which is the Metropolitan Municipal District Assembly, which I learned that 250 people constitute the Metropolitan Assembly. Also, one of the sustainable measures I learned from our capacity building here today is that if we don't start something for ourselves, we don't get other donors to help us carry on with our activities.
We have been able to get the young people to participate, but their participation to some extent is being impacted by the constitutional provision, which does not allow for unelected people from the electoral areas to have a voting right within the assembly. And we've been able to address this challenge by equipping the young people with lobby and advocacy skills, where they are able to engage the elected assembly people. They are able to engage them and influence their decisions and some of the things that they vote on at the assembly level.
CAPS, community action plans. You know where you are living. There's a saying in English that only the weather knows when the shoe is pinching you. So you know your development peculiarity more than me, because you are living in the community. If you don't have water, if you don't have schools, if you have sanitation challenge, so you prioritize which one do you need first. So that is how the assembly works. So the sort of development needs comes from the very community, the small communities that we have. We bring them together, the assembly members are there, they form the council, they will sit and determine with their chiefs, these people, their priorities what. You understand that?
One of the advantages that the assembly will gain from us is that when it comes to getting to understand what young people think, do, and want, we can serve as interim, because we have direct access to other youth groups that we can partner with, and then it becomes easier for the assembly to get, if it's research for example, then they don't have to think far, because we are there to serve as that liaison between other youth groups and then them. So we get them all that they need just to improve, whether it's policy formation or things like that. So I think that would be a good addition to the main assembly.
The talk came to be in this Tamale Metro. I've gathered a lot of experiences. One is in lobbying. I've been able, as a leader or as a presiding member, to lobby for venues for our engagements. So the one thing I've gotten from this is confidence in dealing with people in higher authority.
We also have to make Utah Talk a continual cycle, or a cycle that will continue from one state to the other.
Some of the recommendations that we came up with include bridging the gap, that is creating inclusive dialogue between the community and then the General Assembly, the marginalized and then people or persons living with super abilities are also considered when it comes to development and then opportunities.
Looking at Metatalk, I'm seeing that in the long run or in the future, the local assembly of community should have a body where the youth are also part of the decision-making table.
So it was discussing, not imposing on us. So we decided on what to do.
Exactly. Because we are the young people and we bring in fresh perspective.
I hope that the youth voice will be heard and there will be meaningful participation in local governments. Thank you.